Who would you say your all-time favorite Padre player is?
My all-time favorite Padre player is Mark Loretta.
Who's
Not only
that?
because you were an amazing player, but because all that you continue to do for this community and are definitely a leader and an inspiration to so many.
But what about from a baseball standpoint?
That's both.
Same?
Same.
Okay, appreciate that. Thank you. And you don't have to say the same thing. Welcome, guys. Thanks for being with us today. Would you mind introducing yourself and explaining your role with Groceries for Good?
My name is Marbarger. I'm the Executive Director of Padres Pedal the Cause, and I worked with the Padres and Susan G. Komen and Albertsons Vons to start Groceries for Good back in June of 2020. We realized that cancer patients were at high risk of exposure to COVID-19 and also were having a tough time getting access to groceries. I've had the great fortune of building that program and partnering with Allison at Feeding San Diego to create Feeding Patients.
My name is Allison and I'm with Feeding San Diego. And our role with this program is to make sure that the patients and their families receive nutritious food when they need it.
And what is the driving force behind Groceries for Good?
The driving force behind Groceries for Good is ultimately to provide nutritious groceries to cancer patients at a time when they're in the thick of their cancer journey, so helping them to get that nutrition that they really need to conquer cancer.
Allison, what has the Grocery for Good program meant to the surrounding communities this past year?
It's huge for these families to get to have a place where they can come, they can pick up 50 pounds of food, and it helps not just them but their families, and hopefully it's one less thing that they have to worry about with everything else that they have to deal with at the time.
And what do you think is next for Groceries for Good?
I think what's next for us is that, through our partnership with Feeding San Diego, they have the resources and the operational capacity to provide groceries to more cancer patients. So I think for us, it's figuring out how we can better integrate with different hospital systems and health centers so that we can really penetrate the community and provide more groceries, because I know that there are more people out there that really could use help.
Allison, how have you seen this wonderful community come together in the last year?
The San Diego community through this entire pandemic has gone above and beyond. We've been able to increase the amount of food that we distribute by tenfold, and it's just inspiring and amazing to see, and we continue to see it. I mean, we're at year 2 of this, and it's still we're still blown away every single day, the people that step up and come and help. So I'm very proud of being part of this community.
Totally agree. Thanks for joining us today and explaining what you guys do in the community and Groceries for Good.
I would just send the thanks back to you and the Padres organization and to Feeding San Diego, because I think it's been an amazing partnership, and there are a lot of other people that we want to help.
Right back at you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks
and the spreading the word, I think that's so important, and that's what you guys have been able to do, to let the whole community know that there's this resource for them if they need it. So thank you guys.
Thanks for joining us.